Hi Kim, are we going to discuss how to make questions today?
Yes, but we need to know who our respondents are first. In-depth interviews are an essential research method for gaining a deep understanding of a complex topic and personal experiences. However, the quality and reliability of the information obtained through in-depth interviews heavily depend on the interviewee's willingness to disclose their experiences, opinions, and perspective. This is why gathering information about the interviewees is crucial for producing good in-depth interviews. One of the most important reasons for gathering information about interviewees is to create a comfortable and open environment for the interviewees. Conducting a background check on the interviewee helps to establish trust and rapport, as it shows that the interviewers has taken the time to understand who they are and where they come from. This in turn promotes an open and comfortable environment. When interviewees feel comfortable and trust the interviewer, they are more likely to provide honest and open responses, leading to more valuable insights and perspective. It is also important to gather information about interviewees' public opinions, attitudes, or feelings about the issue being researched, especially in key informant interviews. You can search these material from all kinds of public sources, such as organizational annual reports, newspaper, magazine, TV programs, and transcripts of their speeches. Understanding their opinions and attitude can help to identify any biases they may have and provide a better understanding of their responses during the interview. This information can also be used to develop more targeted and specific questions that can elicit on more detailed and informative responses. Moreover, knowing that demographic and socioeconomic characteristics such as age, educational level, occupation, and official posts can help to provide context and insights into their responses and opinions. Usually, you need to interview several respondents with diverse backgrounds to see whether you can come up with similar themes or ideas by comparing their answers. If there are disagreements among the respondents, you can contextualize the differences through examining their demographic and socioeconomic characteristics. By incorporating the information gathered about the interviewees into the analysis of data, can help to draw preliminary conclusions about the phenomenon being studied. This can provide a more comprehensive undertaking of the data collected. Using this information can help researchers to draw more accurate and reliable conclusions and identify any potential limitation in data collected.
Wow, I need to do so many preparations before making interview questions.
Yes, all these preparatory information gathering activities should help you create preliminary interview guides. These guides include the questions you will ask during interviews, as well as the agenda and schedule. It is important to note that this guide is flexible and can be changed or modified at any time. Furthermore, the types of questions asked and the way they are asked can be vary from one interviewee to another, depending on the information gathered about the informants. It is crucial to ensure that the questions are sensitive to the cultural and social norms of the participants. For example, since Hong Kong's South Asian populations have diverse religions and cultures, the wording of questions should be carefully considered when developing an interview guide for each participant in order to avoid showing any disrespect towards them. The quality of data obtained during the interviews is highly dependent on the quality of the questions in the guide. Therefore, you need to carefully consider the wordings of questions. Questions should allow people to tell their stories, avoiding yes or no questions as much as possible. When creating an in-depth interview guide, There are several key concerns to ensure that the questions are effective in getting detailed and informative responses from participants. First is about types of questions asked. Using open-ended questions allow participants to express their experiences and attitudes in their own words. This can provide valuable insight into their personal experiences. Using follow-up questions to clarify and elaborate on participant answers can encourage them to provide more in-depth and meaningful responses, leading to productive conversation. In an interview guide, including follow-up questions is a way to anticipate short answers to certain questions from participants. However, if the interviewees already provide a detailed response, it is not necessary to ask follow-up questions. Insisting on asking them can make you appear stupid. Remember that flexibility is key in all qualitative research. Use targeted and specific questions to elicit more detailed and informative responses from the informants. Develop these questions using information gathered about the interviewees. For example, if you are interviewing the chairperson of the Equal Opportunity Commission, you can formulate specific questions about recent news reports regarding the effectiveness of the Commission in reducing ethnic discrimination. Using hypothetical scenario or case study is an effective way to get detailed and comprehensive responses from participants. This approach helps participants to think about the topic being studied in a concrete and specific way, which leads to more informative responses. The second concern is about language. Use language that is clear and easy to understand. Avoid using jargon or technical terms that participants may not be familiar with. This will help them to understand the question and respond clearly. Thirdly, when developing questions, it is important to consider ethical considerations, such as minimizing harm to participants and ensuring confidentiality and anonymity. Avoid questions that may cause discomfort or distress to participants and ensure that the interview process is conducted in a respectful and responsible manner. Fourthly, it can also be helpful to involve other researchers or experts in the field to review and provide feedback on questions. This can help to ensure that the questions are relevant and appropriate for the research topic. Finally, the interview guide should include an introductory greeting that briefly states the purpose of the study, as well as ethical consideration of obtaining uninformed consent, ensuring confidentiality and anonymity, and minimizing harm to participants. Obtaining informed consent from interviewees before conducting the interview is essential to ensure that they understand the purpose of the study and how the data will be used. This builds trust and shows respect for the interviewee's right to be informed and participate voluntarily. Protecting the privacy of the interviewees throughout the research process is equally important to maintain confidentiality and anonymity. Participants should feel safe and secure when sharing personal experiences and perspectives during interview. Maintaining confidentiality and anonymity build trust and ensure that the interviewee feel comfortable sharing their experience and attitudes.
So setting up interviews should be easy, right? You can just call them.
Setting up an interview involves selecting a convenient location and time that promote open and honest communication with the participant. It is important to establish rapport and create a comfortable, non-judgmental environment. Ensure that the location is quiet and free from distraction that could affect the quality of the interview. Choosing a comfortable and familiar location can help put the participant at ease and encourage them to open up. Creating a schedule that works for you and the participant is also essential. Be flexible and accommodating when scheduling the interview. as participants may have other commitments or responsibility. Adjust the interview time as necessary to ensure it is convenient for the participant.